Hi there, I'm Dr. Chung and welcome to your friendly proctologist. I hope you're doing the best that you can. I'm trying to deal right now because I posted on a short yesterday that I just had a hemorrhoid flare and oh man, it's a real one. Hemorrhoids and anal fissures is what I'm dealing with at this moment in time, and I went through something last night. I want to share that with you all. I enjoy putting these vlogs up because doctors go through the same type of thing. Everybody who eats and poops, yes, they all go through the same thing. Not everybody remembers, or it's not as severe, but everybody does go through it. So, as I said in the short, I love Fuyu persimmons. Okay, persimmons are a very seasonal fall fruit. It comes from a tree. It's very crunchy and they're seedless. So what do? You just chow through these. Nom, 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 nom. And I ate like 6 of them the day before, okay, without stopping. They just came out at Costco and I just went to town. My son was loving them, etc. Well, I paid for it yesterday morning. It was one of the biggest poops. Those things where you sit there and you're like, oh man, I've got a train that's coming, just trying to come through the mouse tunnel. Okay, you know what I mean here? Huge thing I gotta push this thing out and stretch my bunghole to get this thing to go. And what do you gotta do? You gotta push to get it out. It's not going to get smaller. You can't squeeze it and make it a noodle. This thing is a brick. So I strained till my eyeballs popped out because that's what it freaking took to get it done. And as it was coming out, you guys will probably relate, but my skin, I felt each and every break. I don't know how many fissures I have down there, but I know there are probably at least 2, okay? Because there was more than one spot that decided to give way. And then after that, my hemorrhoids were just throbbing, okay? And you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't really need to say anymore, do I? But here's what I went through yesterday night, okay? Everybody knows that if you don't poop after a flare, your life is good. That's why a lot of people, they come up with the idea, stop eating. Don't eat big things, We want to starve ourselves. Because if we poop, we're going to go through the same thing again. We're going to have something pass by those hemorrhoids, the fissures. I didn't eat any more persimmons. I started hydrating more because that was my problem. I think I took too much fiber down without enough water. But last night, I had another bowel movement. And I get maybe 1 to 2 a day. So I was sitting there and the poop came out nice and fine. It was very soft. It's my usual stuff, okay? But here's the thing that was different is that for some reason I think something got irritated. I don't know if it's because of my hemorrhoids, and I'm telling you, I can't really figure this one out. I can't really explain it well, but this is the sensations that I was feeling. The rectum or the anus was doing something on autopilot that I could not control. The rectum above, deep inside me, was squeezing, like trying to squeeze a bunch of lemons, trying to make lemonade or orange juice up there. And that was a really uncontrollable sensation. And so my anus also felt like it was dropping down into the toilet, like it was falling into the ground at the same time. So while this squeezing was coming from the top, my anus felt like it was falling deeper down into the toilet, almost like there was something like my rectum was going to fall through my anus. It was the craziest thing. It felt like there was so much propulsion or pushing down. Even without me straining, I was not straining at all. It was all autopilot, I'm telling you. It wanted to, something from the inside wanted to get out. And it was wild. I could not stop it. Okay, I tried to clench my butthole to try and get that sensation to stop because it was kind of frightening how it was everything wanted to come inside out like a tube sock. But when I tried that, it felt like I was literally squeezing something and it was kind of fighting this downward force. Now, when I was doing that, I have some notes here, but oh yeah, I had to actually get up off the toilet to get that sensation to stop. Why did I feel like I needed to get this thing to quit? Was there wasn't any more poop coming out. I was definitely confused if I was finished pooping. Okay, so it might have been worth it to stay, but at the same time, I didn't like this inside out thing. So I had to get up, put some tissue paper on my butt, like to wipe, and like almost like rest my hand against my anus, because I needed to get some more force to counteract my rectum trying to come out on me. That's what it felt like, literally. And if I didn't do that, I felt like things would just like, either maybe I would pop a hemorrhoid blood vessel, get a huge thrombosed hemorrhoid, or maybe an inside hemorrhoid was gonna maybe pop out, or some bleeding was gonna happen. That's how much force it was, and it was just insane. Okay, so once I did that, I was able to kind of push my anus up into my body, into my pelvis, and that helped stop that sensation. But still, I felt that squeezing. As soon as I did that, I felt a little bit better. Then the urge to poop came out again. It was even stronger. Okay, so I'm like, okay, I've got to go poop again. So I get down on the toilet. I poop a little bit more, but after I'm done, I gotta get off this thing. This is crazy. So I get up off the toilet, push my hand with some tissue paper against my bottom, and I clean up. And then I was like, I gotta lay down. I gotta relax. These uncontrollable spasms that are happening in my pelvis or in my butt, I've got to start relaxing. Okay, and it was a little bit of a panic, if you can kind of tell here as I'm going through the memory here, because I really felt like I was going to be in trouble if I didn't control the pressure, because I didn't want the hemorrhoids to pop and start bleeding, and then that's when things get really painful. So I laid down, started watching my favorite YouTube stuff, and then about 5 minutes later, because I wasn't paying attention to my butt anymore, all of a sudden, all that spasming, that inside out feeling, pushing down, it actually went away. And I was like, thank God, because I thought that it wasn't going to stop on its own. And I think the laying down, that's what I usually do, just kind of immediately settle things out. I was scared that wasn't going to work, but thankfully it did. I shared this story with you to kind of relate with you guys, but if you guys have any feedback for me, let me know. I could have taken a sitz bath. I definitely could have used my Pranicura in that moment, but it was just like a freak moment where I just had to kind of see what the heck was going on. Definitely comment below, share your stories, and see if we can all help each other out. But I definitely learned a lot from that experience. Definitely I felt like there wasn't anything I could stop it, and sitting on the toilet and forcing this thing to stop or push until it stopped wasn't going to be the answer. I definitely knew that. And I'm so glad I got off the toilet when that was really getting out of control, because otherwise I would probably be in the ER with a huge hemorrhoid swollen out of my bottom end. So I hope you guys are dealing well out there. Let's keep this community going. I love the comment section, and I hope you have a good one. Take care, everybody. Be careful with those Fuyu persimmons. Bye-bye.